Hey guys, Haven here. If you have read the title of this video, then you know what I am here to talk about. It's been a while now since I made any form of update about the cancer on this channel. I have been talking about it a lot on Twitter throughout the spring, throughout the treatments, but I still wanted to bring it here and have a real actual update about what is going on because a lot of things have happened. And furthermore, I've never really gotten into detail about what kind of cancer this is and just how my situation looks, so I wanted to finally sit down and have a real talk about everything regarding this. So in September last year, I received surgery for a tumor that was growing in the muscle tissue in my chest, right above the left lung. By the time, they didn't think it was anything alarming. It was supposedly a harmless condition, and that's what I thought as well. However, about a month later, I was called back into the hospital and they told me that I had been wrongly diagnosed. What they had found out was that I actually had a very rare form of sarcoma. So rare, in fact, it only makes up less than 1 in a million cancer cases. Not only is it very rare, but it is also resistant to much of the treatment that is available, and the 5 and 10-year survival rates are not very good. Now, despite this, I was given a very good prognosis when I got my diagnosis. Everything pointed to the fact that this was the only tumor I had had in my body, and now they just had to give me post-treatment to make sure that if any spread had taken place, it wouldn't stick and start growing again. So around November last year, I was put on chemotherapy and I received in total 6 sessions of chemo, and I made a video when I looked back at 2015, and that's when I talked about this for the first time, and I received so much support from all of you, and that was really just unbelievable. To everyone that sat down and sent me strength and support, both then and later on, I can't even begin to explain how much it helped and how thankful I am for it. So anyway, I received 6 sessions of chemo, and on top of that I received 20 sessions of radiation therapy. And throughout the entire time, everything again pointed to the fact that no spread has taken place, and when this was over, I was going to be cancer-free. But those of you that followed me on Twitter around the end of March knows that this wasn't the case. A few days after my 26th birthday, I did find out that the follow-up scan had shown something on my lungs. I immediately had to undergo more checkups, and what they found out was that I didn't have 1, I didn't have 2, I actually had 10 additional tumors growing on my lungs. They were still quite small, around 6 millimeters in diameter, but it was enough to worsen the prognosis quite significantly. I was put on another treatment that was supposed to stop the growth and spread of these metastatic tumors, but as I said before, my form of sarcoma is very resistant to the traditional treatments. And even on the heavy medication, my tumors have grown from 6 millimeters up to 3 centimeters since April. In addition to that, it has also spread from my lungs to my liver and most recently to the lower parts of my spine. And it now stands clear that I will most likely never be cancer-free again. And I really wanted to sit down and have a talk to you about all of this because, there is 25,000 of you out there that follows what I do, and it really helps me if I can be transparent about where my health is going so that you are aware of that. Because I have no idea where this will develop and how fast it will keep growing. But I do know that I want to keep on doing the things I really enjoy doing for as long as I can, for as much as I can. And to be blessed with the opportunity to be able to create something for 25,000 people that come back and enjoy what you do, that is one of the many things that I have in my life right now that gives me so much motivation and energy to keep on fighting against impossible odds. Because even though this cancer takes so many that gets it, I am going to keep fighting and keep fighting for as long as I humanly can, and I'm going to enjoy my life every day while I'm doing it. And if someone is out there in a similar situation like me, or have someone close to them in a similar situation, I really hope that you can find the power to do the same thing as well. So, what are my plans for this channel then? That is actually a subject I want your input on. First of all, I have decided not to play Legion basically at all. That said, I am still going to produce my regular content, the how it really looks, the evolution videos, all that on the Legion material. I mean, I really didn't play Wall of the Draenor at all after the first 2 months of the expansion, and that hasn't affected the channel content at all. But while I will continue to be making my content as usual, I have started to feel that I really want to diversify the content somewhat. More specifically, I would like to be making my Evolution series much more frequently and look at other games that interests me as well. Now, this is something that I really want to do, but at the same time I understand that you are here because of a certain kind of content. So that is why I'm asking you straight out if this is something that you would be okay with me doing. And if you were okay with it, and if you would be interested in seeing it, would you like it here on this channel, or would you like me to set up a separate channel for non-WoW content and keep just WoW here? Or would you just not watch it at all? Please let me know, because I love making the Evolution videos, and every time I make them, I get all these ideas how brilliant it would be to be able to talk about the evolution of other games that interests me. And other than that, I'm going to continue to make frequent updates about where my treatments are going and stuff like that on Twitter. So if you are interested in updates about that, please follow me there. It's the best way for me to keep a dialogue with you how things are going without having to make cancer updates part of my YouTube content, if you know what I mean. I have a few weeks of vacation now, which I will spend traveling and hang out with friends and family a bit, so while I think I should be able to keep the weekly upload schedule, some delays might happen. So if you have made it this far, thank you for listening, thank you for all the support you have been giving me throughout the year, thank you for giving me an opportunity to be creative and do stuff like this. It has really made the darkest year of my life so much easier. Please let me know if you have any inputs on my ideas of expanding my content, and whatever happens, I will be back with more stuff very soon. But until then, take care.